This is Saga. Welcome to Quantum Cache. Let's understand what is router. Router is an instance of middleware. What it is used for? The question arises. It is used for making the route handling more simpler and more easier. What does that mean? That means when we are building a when we are building a complex project a complex project a complex project, it will become very tough. When we are building a project, it will become very tough to handle the routes, manage the route, to make this more simpler, to manage the routes efficiently, easily, and make a building and understanding of the whole project more simple, more understandable. We use router is a middleware instance. Let's understand this with an example. Like basically, we are going to create the modular structure of router, where we'll be calling get function, get http method from our server app function. Whereas we are separating the app.js or our server app with the route managing the route, where the separate function will come or work for that particular module. Let's understand how would we do so. How we can do is very simple. We'll firstly import express const express is equal to require express. We'll close this const app. Now let's understand. We'll import router. Okay, we'll be importing router const router is equal to express dot router. Well, close this. Now we have imported the router also. Let's 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 build a simple logic that is logic that will work to get. Okay, how would we do so? We'll call router, rather than app, router dot get. This is the method, and now we'll add the part, that is simple slash. Okay, and now this is a callback function which we are using. It's a way of defining the router part, http method defining structure, that we are using app, then method, then part, then handling function. We'll call we'll call request response. We'll pass the parameters inside it. This is an arrow function. Now let's do it. How would we do so? It's very simple. Okay, now we are sending responses, send something. Okay, how would we say? This is an router get function. Okay, now look what we have done. We have just made a router file that can include multiple route methods. Basically, it can send, get, post, delete, put, patch, whatever we need to do. Now the final step is this, and this is very important step: exporting. How would we exporting this? It's very simple. Module dot exports. That is what we are exporting. Router. We're exporting router. Basically, we created an a routing function, that a function that is used to handle different endpoint perform different functions, communicate with the server part. It is used for communication between the server part, between the server and the client part. The client sends the request, and it is received by the server, and it also responds on the basis of that. Like, this is a router function which got a call from the which got a call from the client, where it requested something and it sent response. So basically, this app part, every module will have different routing path, so it will become more easier and more modular and scalable structure of our project. Now this is our app.js file, where we are going to write, how we are going to import it, and use it in our main function. Let's import const express. Basically, we'll be importing const express, that is require our express. Okay, once this is done, we'll const app. What is our app? It's express Okay, this is our app. Okay, this is our app. Now we'll import router also. Const router path basically is router path, or we can call this Mera for a time, for a while. It should be route. Okay, we can name anything. Mera. What is this? This is this file path. Okay, we'll be importing this file. Require. Okay, require. Yeah, have we imported it? Now, now, now we will be using it. Hmm. App dot use. App dot use. What it will use? The path. We name it Mera. And the method. How we route method. Other route method or path. So it's now app dot listen. App dot listen port. This is 3001. Okay, it could be anything you want. So async app dot, let's call this function basically, console dot log. What will say? Tailwind. Tail will take tailwind function. Then we'll port app is listening at http local host, localhost 3001, or basically 3000 we can say put also, but that does not matter. Now let's see. Now let's try to run app node app dot app.js. Okay, let's see whether this is running or not. Okay, this is running. Now let's try to call this from Mera. Okay. Oh, we are getting an error. Let's see what kind of error this is. This is an router.js. Okay, app.use. Yeah, got the mistake. We are not adding the slash function. Now it will work. Yes. Now let's rerun this. Now the app.js. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is an router that get function. We can add different functions also. If we say http methods also or a function, like we get router dot post and give a file path, file path, and we call it request response everything. If we call it request response and stuffs, it will work. Like we get router dot get id. Okay, let's see the id wala part. This is, let's see. Okay, let's see. id is this, runs this, listens the id, comma, id request dot request dot params. Okay, request dot params dot id. If we listen on this, I don't know whether this will work or. Okay, there's a mistake. I don't know it will work or not, but this should work. Okay, Yeah, there is an error because we are not getting the Mera wala part. So for now, we just need to understand what this is. Basically, what the router is, we have understood. We have taken up an example. Everything is done. What we try to do is, what is router? How does it work? How does it work? And we have taken an example of it. Thank you for the video. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you so much. Let's